Hi, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jessica Ridge, and on this channel, we talk about really all things that help you become a better version of yourself, mentally, physically, emotionally, or spiritually. We talk about a number of different things that really help you to pour into you and choose yourself. So today I want to talk about vacations. And the reason why is I am taking 10 women to Thailand with me at the beginning of August. Super excited. But leading up to this Thailand trip, as it's getting closer, right? It's getting real. Purchasing tickets, the women are excited. I'm purchasing hiking shoes and talking to my best friend who's going to be rooming with me about things that we're going to do and what this means. And, just thinking about so many people who had a desire to go on this trip, but for whatever reason could not. And some of that actually was just the thought of, hey, I don't like to fly domestically. I don't like to travel from Texas to California, Texas to New York. And I'm trying to think of some of the longer flights, Texas to Vegas, or, Vegas to Florida. I can't see myself being on a 30-hour flight, a 20-hour flight, and I'm going to miss out on this opportunity. And I think we're at different places in life when it comes to what we're comfortable with, especially with flight time. For me personally, I'm going to sleep the long leg of the flight. So I know how to get myself in a situation where I can. I did it for Bali, and I'm comfortable with it. But I do understand that everyone is not comfortable with it because everybody's not even comfortable with like I said, the domestic flights. But I think it's so important for individuals who have a desire to travel and want to experience different cultures, different countries and islands and cities and states, and continents, whatever that may be, is really taking the time to dig into what's your hesitation, what you're afraid of. If it's something that maybe you need to talk through with someone, or if it's truly just a flight time, how do you overcome that? Maybe start off with smaller flights, smaller trips, and then you work up to somewhere else. You don't want to, I don't want to say you don't want to, but I encourage you to live a life where you travel and you experience different things, where you choose yourself. And choosing yourself is allowing yourself to have different opportunities and experiences where you can grow. I think about when I went to Bali last year. Anybody who's heard me talk about it, I'm going to talk about how it was a life-changing experience. And it was. I feel like I came back and I have this newfound perspective on what happiness and success looks like for me. I felt like I had never been at a place where I felt so peaceful in a very long time. And, I was joking with one of the retreaters earlier today. We saw some type of, maybe it was a reel about being on vacation and there's an alarm clock. And even though I spent the first half of the trip, but just about the first half of the trip alone, I was still getting up to go on tours. And even once I linked up with the retreaters for with Tony in the group, we were getting up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. So we were still very active, and we were joking about that. But even with that, long days, it was still this sense of peace, relaxation, calming, the culture, the people, the tour guide, just the beauty of, even we went to Nusa Penida, the island, just being there was just so calming and relaxing. The view was beautiful. And, that's something that I want to recreate or experience again in multiple areas. So for Thailand, I'm super excited to see, how I adjust to the culture, how I adjust to the tour guide and the experience and, all the activities, like how I feel. And if I experience that same peace, that same sense of peace that I crave for again. But when I think about others who want to travel, who may have that fear, or just like, I can't do it, I want them to experience the same, even if it may not be in Bali or Thailand. And when I think about just the hesitation that I hear in corporate America from my clients, my community, when it comes to vacation, it really boils down to sometimes, like, do you think that you're deserving to take the time off to experience it? That's one hurdle, right? And then once we get past that hurdle, okay, where can we go to create new experiences and really identify and define what a vacation means to you? Some people, for a vacation, it is on the go, all of the excursions, getting up early, the alarm clock. Am I a fan of alarm clocks on vacation? Not necessarily. But I know in this situation I will, because we do have an itinerary. It's a lighter itinerary, but I'm still making it where it's an experience, where it's a vacation for all of the retreaters. And then we'll have the opportunity to explore, to connect, to bond, but still there is some time in there where you feel like you can relax and refresh. And whatever you decide to do when it comes to vacation, seek to do something similar. You don't want to completely wear yourself out. You want to create an opportunity where you can be in the moment and just kind of soak in wherever you are, the experience, the culture, the food, whatever that may look like. So you want to make sure it's actually is an opportunity where you can be in the moment, you can embrace the moment, but then also that it feels like a vacation. Sometimes you need a vacation from the vacation. That's a very true reality. So defining what that looks like for you, whether you travel domestically or internationally, what do you want for yourself when you come back? Do you need time off to recover from the vacation? That may very well be a possibility. But I just want to encourage you all to explore. Don't be afraid to travel. There are different groups that travel across the world, and maybe sometimes those individuals don't know one another. I have a friend who's traveled with the group before, and she didn't know these individuals. I actually have two. With this retreat, these individuals won't know one another, right? But I'm the host, so there's groups that do that. I definitely am going to be planning retreats. I have the retreat in Thailand next year. I'm going to do a domestic retreat. I'm going to do another international retreat. I'm thinking Costa Rica, because I want to be intentional about the flight time. So I'm thinking Costa Rica. If you're interested in Costa Rica, drop down in the comments so I can know if there's some interest there. And then I'll probably do a cruise. But that's going to be an opportunity to bring people that may not know other people who want to travel, because sometimes there's a hesitation, you don't have anybody to go with you, so that'll bring in a community. But you can also do solo. I've done some solo trips that are within North America, going to Bali at the beginning by myself. That's something that I've done. So there's some opportunities there for you just to really figure out what is desirable for you, what the goal is when it comes to a vacation, and how you can see that through. And if you are afraid to travel by yourself, including flight time, is there a way for you to travel with the group? Will you have somebody on the plane with you when you can meet up with this group if you don't have someone within close proximity of you that would be willing to go with you? But I think that we limit ourselves so much on experiences. And I know sometimes financially that plays a part, so you have to save up. But there's so much for us to explore and to experience and to enjoy, that traveling and vacationing will allow you to do that. And that's something that you're going to see a lot from me. I'll say on my channel, try to figure out how I can incorporate that. But traveling is something that I really want to pick up and really, really invest in when it comes to the self-care piece, like how you can practice self-care through your vacation, which again, self-care does not require you spending money. Let me be very clear on that. But the self-care piece when it comes to vacationing, whether that is you traveling out of the country, you're traveling to another state, another city, or if you're doing something as simple as a self-care weekend in your local area. So drop down in the comments and tell me about the Costa Rica if you would be interested. I would love to hear for those individuals, would you be interested in a cruise for a retreat? I've been thinking about that. And also how you feel about vacationing. And when you think about vacation and your vacation goals for the year, what do you think about? Is it the distance? Is it the money? Is it the location? Is it the flight time? Can you drive? Like, what are some things that you consider when you think about wanting to set goals for vacation and what are the priorities to you. So would love just to hear your feedback. Drop down the comments. Like I said, give me some engagement. Love to interact with you. If there's something that you share that I, want to go back and forth and kind of get your thoughts. But that's definitely something you'll see more on this channel from me. So I hope that you have a great day. Thank you for watching my YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next one.